Crazy times we're living in because the brand that's famous for giving out L's is now taking them. A few months back, Nike has lost 20% of its market share, actually erasing $28 billion from its capitalization in a single day. It was the company's worst performance since its public opening back in 1980. Tech fleece tops, this is the hoodie, and it's college blue, navy blue, Yankee blue. And the retail is $99, and you get an additional 30% off of it. I have seen them a lot cheaper, but 40% off. But in this store, you gotta pay $70. Speaking of $70, back in June, when the price dropped,
June 27th to be exact, it closed at $94 that day and then plummeted to $75 by the closing of trading on June 28th.
That's a lot of money to be losing in one day, Nike. To put that in perspective, Vans shoe company is worth $7 billion, Puma is worth $6 billion, and New Balance is worth $5 billion. That's a total of $18 billion. If Nike bought all three companies, they will still have $10 billion left over, respectfully. Now, granted, those three companies will have to sell for the amount of value that I mentioned, which I doubt they would, but I don't have $28 billion. If I even lost $28, that will be a problem. But some of it is not Nike's fault. Some of the issue that Nike was facing is excess in inventory, leading to discounted products and low profit margins. Low profit margin is what I benefit from. And a lot of you guys who watch me, and I like Tech Pack, but Tech Pack is very expensive. But if you can buy it for $114 with additional 30% off, who wouldn't cop this? But because I frequent these stores, I know I could find that top for a whole lot cheaper. I mean, even shopping at racks like this, which is definitely discounted, Nike is still making the good profit margins on all this stuff, even though this is considered clearance items. For example, Tech Fleece, this originally retailed for $120, but you can get additional 20% off of it. However, this is not as cheap as I found it. So even if I found it a lot cheaper than this, Nike is still making profit. I'm not sure what it costs to make a Tech Fleece pack. I know it's one of the most expensive apparel that they do sell. And sometimes the price is not worthy of the product. This lightweight hoodie is hitting for $75 with additional 30. I'm not a fan of lightweight hoodies, but there should be no reason why this is that much. You add a swoosh or Nike branding and they can upcharge you. Essentially what you're paying for is the R&D and the brand, and obviously the cost of goods. Now this lightweight jacket is in for $105, but you're getting 30% off of it. I like it. And also moved to zero. So they are using recyclable materials to make this product. They even sell some corduroy pants. I actually like that. I got the top to match that, actually. Sell some heavyweight Jordan joggers fit for $50. So the cheat sheet says it'll be $35. I mean, y'all can do the math. What's the profit margin for making an item like this, or maybe a long sleeve t-shirt like this, and then stamping the Jumpman logo on it? What do you think? I can't imagine the price margin on an item like this. Another issue that causes stock to tank is the decrease in customer demand. With inflation soaring and economic uncertainty looming, customers have tightened their belts, leading to a significant slowdown in demand for high-priced items like sneakers and athletic wear. And with sneakers dropping every single week, it's hard to keep up. From Jordans to Dunks, it has strained a lot of people's wallets. Not everyone can buy a pair of shoes every single week, regardless of how enthusiastic you are about collecting shoes. These 97s are hitting for $39.99. But the good news is you are getting additional discounts, so they'll end up being $97.99. And these Origin 2s are hitting for $139, but you're getting 30 off of it as well. Oh, wow. Oh, this is different. I thought these were Sakai's, but nah, they're Cortez with a zoom unit on the forefoot. Coming in at $180. Are you guys paying that? Because in today's economy, it's hard to prioritize luxury over essentials. Who's gonna pay $199? By the way, I have seen these cheaper. I'm not sure what happened with the price. I doubt that's the original price. There's no way. After all, why sacrifice your health to look good for a pair of shoes? Those are adjust, and so are these. Those are $169. They also got the pennies in the building for $149. Again, all the shoes I'm showing you guys are with additional 30% off, like these 97 for $49. Also, they got the LeBron 4 graffitis, if I'm not mistaken. They're hitting for $100 with 30 off, along with these Cortez in black. I actually like these. Now these are a collab with Union, and ironically, Union has also collabed with Jordan Brand to make the Jordan 1s and other Jordan retros. We are in the basketball outlet and do got some kill shots 2s. Those are 90. They also got it with the navy swoosh for 84, and we have found some substitute J's like these MVPs for $165. I've never seen these shoes ever. The Delta 3 lows, they're going for $90 with additional 30% off. And then I believe these are the 200Es, $100 was $125. These I believe over $100 they are, but with the discount you get them below $100. And another factor is increase in competition. Nike reign being the undisputed king for a long time finally has been challenged with the like of Adidas, New Balance, Hoka, Uncloud. There's a lot of other comfortable shoes that's not Jordan. And let's not forget about New Balance, which has gained popularity, especially for its comfort. And even though I like my Jordan 1s, they're one of the most comfortable Jordan retros out there. But there are a lot of better options outside of Jordan 1s than Jordan in general. Matter of fact, better than Nike, that's a whole lot comfortable and probably cheaper. And if you're a sneaker enthusiast like myself, you probably already have some of those brands in your collection. With so many great options, the sneaker market is more competitive than ever, especially when you can get shoes affordable like these. But Nike's not giving up because they do have affordable shoes as well. May not be as comfortable, but these Air Max 90s are classic. They're nostalgia. Hitting at $69.97, additional 30% off. This is not a bad bargain. Kind of hard to turn your back on Nike because the price is right and this do bring back memory. Now I call these a wallpaper Air Max 90s. I forgot the real name, but this is affordable. And regardless of the affordability, Nike is not selling as much shoes as you think they are. Even the white on white and wolf gray colorway is not even moving. This is 130 classic. Not as classic as these all black 90s. These are going for 130. And it makes me wonder what was here. We don't know. We do got some Air Max pre-days for $84.97 with additional 30% off. Curios in here and it's $200. That's guapi. But a lot of innovative shoes that Nike has came out years ago. I mean, hence the name 2017s. Man, they got all flavors from 139 to 164. And they also got this blue black. I like the gradient on this shoe and it's in for 139. And when you think it couldn't get worse, Nike took another L, bigger loss. And this loss could be equivalent to the stock price dropping.
On Nike, let's get to our Sarah Eisen. Sarah.
And this is big news, John. I can tell you that Nike CEO John Donahoe is going to be leaving the company.
Breaking news that Nike CEO John Donahoe is out.
Outgoing CEO John Donahoe, former Bain guy who maybe made a few mistakes. What's going on here?
The D2C not being all it's cracked up to be. I mean, when my team put out their report 3 years ago arguing against this blind push to D2C, the notion was, well, that's common sense. Let's get rid of the middle person. We'll make a lot of money.
Y'all heard that. Nike CEO John Donahoe is stepping down on October 13, 2024, and Elliott Hill is taking the reign. Hill, who originally started with Nike back in 1988 and had 32 years of tenure, is coming back to the company.
Hill played a key role in overseeing Nike commercials, marketing operations, including Jordan Brand. Now he will return as the new CEO.
So that's awesome for the company. We'll see how well he do. These are him for 130 and these are him for 125. These are considered the mids where those are considered the highs. Plus with Elliott returning, it's like they're going back to the future. Kind of like when Jordan came back wearing number 45. That's dope to see. And what's also dope to see are these. These are the penny social status and look at the price, $69.99. The last time I saw these was $149 and the cheapest I saw them prior to today was $79.99. Not only that, we got the black pair for the same price. And you can get both of these at this spot in multiple different sizes. And to the right of that, we do have the cross trainer lows. These are going for $70. And to the right of that, we got the trainer ones. These are $75 with additional $30. But I have to mention how comfortable these shoes are. I do own a pair. It does bring back nostalgia and also bring the comfort with that nostalgia. So if you're looking for a pair, definitely cop. They're super, super comfy. However, I cannot speak for the legacies. I do not own any pair, but I do remember this. This was an expensive shoe back in the days. And being re-released in today's age, they're coming out for the old school price of Jordan 1s, $160. But you can get it for $119.97 with additional $30. And I have seen this shoe cheaper elsewhere. Just throwing that out there. What you're not going to find cheaper are these Air Force 1s. That Nike really ever discount these shoes. They're 115s. These are also considered the Uptowns. So if you're looking for a pair of Air Forces, you know where to find them. If you got the Air Force 88s, these are 130. Then they got the black and white pair, and then they got a green and gray pair. You guys have heard me use the term direct to consumer. And what's crazy is Donahoe's tenure was marked by a significant push towards a direct-to-consumer market. It was a strategy he didn't initiate it, but he carried out through his tenure. That involved Nike selling direct to you and I without the middleman. You know, like the Foot Lockers, the Champs. Goal was to gain greater control over the customer experience by pricing and inventory. For example, these adjusts, I do not remember seeing these in Foot Locker or Champ. I don't even think they got them. Now Nike have them, and they probably have all the stock because I found these in every Nike factory store I've been to. And these joints are hitting for $89.97 with additional 30% off. Now I have to mention this is my first team basketball shoe to adjust, not in this color, and it does come with a shroud. I'm not mad at this shoe. For nostalgia, I would buy this. And if I'm looking to buy it, I'm more likely to only buy it at a Nike factory store. But they got another colorway and it's going for a whole lot more money, $169.99 opposed to $89 with additional 30% off. This makes for a perfect Halloween shoe, to be honest. This is more laid back. And so are these, even though these are Flight Hirachis 90s basketball shoes. I'm talking like like early 90s. They're going for 80 for 30% off. Then we got Hirachis for 40 with additional 30% off. And this one's a little bit different. I feel like denim. Is that denim? Could be. I ain't mad at it. And the bottom line, selling directly to consumer, is to keep a larger amount of profit. And the strategy paid off. They did exactly that. However, how many of you guys saw these attacking champs on Foot Locker or any other foot traffic site? I do not remember seeing this. Now they're $84.97 with a 30% off. Do keep in mind, not all the foot traffic sites were exempt for some of the shoes that you're seeing here in the Nike factory store. Some locations probably got some of the shoes you see here, at least not in my area, but I won't put it past. So just because I don't see it here doesn't mean that they're nowhere else besides Nike. I'm speaking on my experience, and you guys can too as well. However, who's buying these oversized swoosh for $79.97? These all blazers, you are getting additional 30% off. I'm just not a blazer guy. Don't like the outsole. It's very rigid. Doesn't look it will be comfortable, in my personal opinion. But there's over 7 billion people on the planet, and I'm sure a few of them don't mind these blazers. However, this pair is going for 90 beans. Oh, they got the Drakes. These are going for 180, and these are flight 89s. Oh, gee, 140 for it. And these are the flight mids. They're going for 90 beans, and this is a lot cheaper. How did I miss this earlier? These are going for 60 with additional 30% off. And for the record, I am publicly audited. All you guys can go back and watch all my videos, and I'm sure you've seen this shoe in the stores for the same price, $60 with 30% off, but they're still here. I'm not sure where else you can buy this shoe besides here for that price. Now, there were challenges and evolution with direct-to-consumer strategy.
The direct-to-consumer strategy, which thrived during the pandemic online shopping boom, has encountered difficulties lately.
Factors contributing to their challenges may include increased competition, stiffened consumer behavior, and potentially supply chain distribution. Now, supply chain distribution is not new to anyone, not just Nike. A lot of people have supply chain distribution issues. In other words, they can't get the product fast enough. And one of the few times I ever reported on the Nike Financial was a couple of months ago. And one of the things I mentioned that they were having a surplus of inventory. That means 40% of the products that they had, they couldn't get rid of it, or they needed to. When you start seeing shoes pile up in the outlet, that's an indication that they have more than what they need. Now, these shoes recently came out. These are the Kobe 8s. They're here. I'm sure they had a surplus of those as well, or people not buying them. More likely, I think it's a combination of both. They have more shoes than the demand requires. Same thing for these Space Jam lows. I can't believe these are here, and I'm not mad at these. They go for $119, size 11.5. One of my sizes. I can definitely wear that. There's no additional discounts on it, and they also got the reverse Oreo 6s to be exact. And it's probably going for retail, so that means it's $200. No, this is actually $139. Look at that. I love that. And unfortunately, this is a outlier. This is ridiculous to see. For all those who are new to this channel, or maybe you're not following sneakers, but this shoe came out in 2020, literally the first year of the pandemic, and now you can find them, what's that, 4 years later here in the building. This is clearly an outlier. This got to be a return, but it wouldn't pass me if Nike has stock or surplus of shoes that came out years ago, because this is not the first time I have found shoes that dropped over 3 years ago back in the outlet. But it's an incredible feat to find, along with these white Thunders. I like those as well. We also got the red Oreos, and we also got the international blue, royal blue foam posits, and the black and gold Deion Sanders. I do like them. However, they do hurt your feet. If you plan to buy a pair, definitely go up a half a size. So this Nike factory store and celebration do have a Nike refurbished section as well, which is good to see, because you'll see a lot of discounted shoes. These are 80 with additional 30% off. They go so trading ones again. They're going for 65, size 11. And look like they got the Booker ones, or the Brook ones, size 16, $70, but you get an additional 30 off of it. Now here's a great find, size 12, my size, at least one of my sizes, the Vapor Max Plus. Now this is hitting for $159, but you get an additional 20% off. Now I do believe this used to retail for $210. That's a significant savings for this shoe. And to be real, these are comfortable, very, very comfortable. Oh, wow, the Midnight Navies are in the outlets. Now this shoe recently came out, and they're already here for $180. Prior to this climate, I would say that's precedented, but Nike has started releasing recently released shoes in the outlet probably 5 months ago. Prior to that, it never exists. Shoes like these, you had to wait months before you see them in an outlet. But now we can all benefit from seeing retro Jordans found in the Nike factory stores. Not only in men's, but also exists in women as well. This is a women's Jordan 2, going for $75 with additional 30% off, $119.97 with additional 30% off. It is pink piping around this bone, tan or cement white colorway, but this is a perfect time to be a sneakerhead if you guys are involved into collecting shoes. Despite the L's that Nike's taken, their L's is our W's, and I wish they make these in men, because I would have copped. Because the Jordan 1s is my favorite silhouette, and this colorway is my favorite color colorway of the Jordan 1 spread, but they add different texture. In this case, satin. I love it. I'm here for it. And there's a plethora of shoes available too, and also for those as well. Hitting at $129, I do own a pair, and I pay a lot cheaper for a bigger size. Not mad at this shoe. What in the world? These Gore-Tex 6s, they are $149 with additional 30% off. Not mad at these. This is a $250 shoe. It's very expensive, very guac. The 2 Ls that Nike took led us to see what we see in stores. Shell sitter. These came out 2 weeks ago, maybe 3. These been out for a while. They're going for $64. These Origins been out for a long time as well. They're going for $70, and they're wildly available, and they're not moving no time soon. And some of you guys could attest to that because you visit these stores as much as I do, and I have not seen none of those. And every store I visit, they're wildly available with a full-size run. And this video is no knock to Nike, as I'm an avid shopper at Nike. I wear a lot of their gears, and I buy a lot of their shoes. Again, you can go back and watch my videos. I am publicly audited. All my videos, 1,700 is on YouTube, and you can go back and see how much pair of shoes I purchased from Nike alone. But Nike is not exempt from scrutiny. They have issues, and they need to correct it. Nike continues to aim for increased profit quarter after quarter. They're still turning profit overall this fiscal year. However, the DTG, direct-to-consumer sales, didn't quite hit the mark. That may not be great news for Nike, but it's a win for sneaker enthusiasts like us. Gold Metallic's been here for a good minute. They're hitting for $119. That's not bad when the suggested retail was $190, but being an outlet for months after months after months.
Because slower demand means more discount, price drops, and better chance to grab the sought after sneaker without breaking the bank.
But it will be that perfect time to find a shoe that we're looking for the price we're willing to pay. These orange and black 12s are hitting for $119 with additional 30% off. Here's some more 12s. These are also the same price, $119 with additional 30. And before I get out of here, guess what I found? These artisanal team reds for $79.99. Now that's a great deal. 80 beans for a pair of Air Jordan 1s in this climate, that's not bad. I like these shoes. I actually own them. I paid $180 when they originally released on the early drop, but I returned them because I know they can get better. And look at that. I'm almost saving 50%. I know we all custom taking L's from Nike. It's for the Nike sneaker app, and you get that. Not selected. Well, Nike's receiving L's as well. They're the king of sneakers. They're the king of exclusivity. They're the king of basketball shoes because they got the greatest basketball player of all time. Everyone's gonna have the turmoil. Everyone's gonna have ups and downs. Let me know if you think this video was an L or a W. You comment down below. I'll see you on the next building. Peace.